Hi, everybody. It's June, your tarot queen. I hope everybody is doing well and safe and warm. Um, I guess there's just been another execution in Minneapolis of a man. He was shot like 10 times at close range. Um, I feel like if there's 5 of you and you can't subdue one peaceful protester, there's something wrong. Anyway, I hate to bring that sad news on such a cold winter day. Hey, Gina, I'm glad you're doing well. I don't know if you wanted to be on or if you got snowed in or anything. Hi, Shooting Star. Hope you're doing well. Hope everybody is safe and warm. It's a little cold here. We've had like 10 snowflakes, but that's about it. Um, I just wanted to bring that little bit of news out. Um, yeah, it's cold. It's cold, but it's not snowing. Like they first we're getting 8 inches, and then we're getting 2, and then we're getting a tenth of a inch of ice on our roads, and I don't know. I don't think they know. Uh, Climate change. What can we say? Anyway, um, I I am just appalled at what is going on in Minnesota. Um, Today I'll be using the Opposites Tarot deck. Um, oh wow, you're gonna get a lot. Where are you at, Shooting Star? I forget. Buffalo, Rochester, Michigan. Um, Yeah, they're supposed to be getting a lot of snow up there. My friend from Buffalo is in Florida right now. Yeah, that it's terrible. Syracuse. Yeah. My friend from Buffalo is in Disney, and it's cold there too. So she's not really escaping the cold, but I guess it's warm to her, being up north, like you. Um, Anyway, I'm still supporting my Bills, even though that they're no longer in the playoffs, and I hate that they fired McDermott. He was one of my favorite coaches, him and Marv Levy and Pete Carroll. But uh, I just think they fired the wrong man. But that's my opinion of the matter. But anyway, um, just as my opinion is. Uh, I just hi Teresa, somebody new. How are you doing? Coach Carousel continues. Yes, it does. It's just ridiculous. Um anyway, if you're new to my channel, hello. Thanks for joining us, and please hit like and subscribe. Um I just cannot believe that it took 10 bullets to bring one man down, one peaceful man. And I just saw where the ICE agent was pushing him back out of off the street, I guess. And he was going backwards and his hands were free. They had no gun in them. And the next thing you know, he's wrestled to the ground. They supposedly pull a gun out of his pocket that was holstered, and that's your Second Amendment right. You can carry a gun, right? So, I mean, and they said that he brought a weapon to a protest. Well, I can't say as I blame him, but you know, did he? I don't know. They lie so much that I just don't know. Um, Hi, Jane with 2 N's. We love you too. America has fallen to pieces, as you see. Um, and if anybody has a question on anything, uh, oh, well, that's good. I'm glad you're in Tampa. Are you a Tampa Bay fan, Teresa? Um. Anyway, this card just fell out. I don't know if that's for Teresa or not, but work on your art, Teresa or Therese, in Tampa. Stay warm and stay pleasant and work on your art and protest if you can peacefully. And hopefully there's no ice in your area. And I just heard on CNN yesterday, Kevin and I were watching it, and it said not to use the word ice because people could get it confused with the ice regime and actual ice. It's like, what are we supposed to call it? Okay, we might get a tenth of an inch of frozen water on our electric lines and trees. That just cracked us both up. We were both just laughing. Like, how are you supposed to report the weather without saying what it is? Okay, you might get a tenth of an inch of frozen water on the road or on your trees, or, and it could cause them to fall. But it's not ice, it's frozen water. Oh my goodness. It just it's killing me. I mean, what are you supposed to say? Ice is ice, right? I mean, I got ice in I used to have ice in my Sunkist. I don't anymore. Yep, it turned liquid. I wish the Gestapo ice would turn liquid and melt. Anyway, if anybody has a question, please, will I be able to give a good crystal course on Saturday? We are going to have a workshop. Wonderful. I'm into crystals too. I love crystals. They are absolutely awesome. Let's see. Will Jane with two ends be able to have a good crystal workshop? I bet you have some beautiful crystals in Norway. Let's see. So I'm just shuffling the cards. I guess I could pull you down to where you can see that I am actually shuffling them. And these are kind of thick, so we're going to just do our normal and see if there's anything else that needs to be said. I think that's it. Okay. It says move swiftly with your ideal. Straight up. Reverse would be like, ooh, no, it's not going to work. But it says, yes, you're going to have a beautiful time. You're going to take action and have all your ducks in a row and know exactly what each crystal means and help people to figure out which crystals work best for them. And, you do have the strength card. And yes, it can, doing workshops can be a little bit of preparation and a little bit of research, but you got this. You're a smart girl and you know what ones mean anyway. Some of them, maybe not all of them, and some have multiple meanings, health and, spiritual and psychological, I guess. So a lot of them have a lot of meanings. And you got two major arcanas here. And you got the full card, which is have fun with it. Even if you only have two people show up, have fun, laugh, joke, realize that the crystals are a way to help people, and they really do produce energy. I don't care what anybody says. They do. They produce a lot of really good energy, and they're here for us from spirit, for us to use for our benefit, not to use to hurt or to harm anyone, but they're here to use for our benefit. It even says it in the King James Bible version that the New Jerusalem will be paved with amethyst and, onyx and emeralds and rubies and, so, and those are natural stones, right? So I think you will have a wonderful time, and I think you will be prepared, and that will be loads of fun for you. I wish I could attend your workshop. That would be fun. I would love to be able to do that. Is it online or is it, in a place? I think you will be fine. I think you're gonna rock it. Knock it out of the park. Just have fun with it. Make sure that you're enjoying yourself and you're not stressed out over. There's a lot of different books out there that say a lot of different things. So, and the website. I mean, I've looked up like black tourmaline, for instance, and it has said so many different things of what it's good for. And actually, it's to dispel things unseen, negative things that are unseen. It's not for protection against physical. That's onyx. But it is, protection against things that are unseen. So, I mean, there are a lot of books that say a lot of different things, but I'm sure that you will do the proper research that you have. And wow, that's awesome. It's your 6-1. That's great. Wow, congratulations on number 6. Yay. And I'm sure this will be beautiful, and I'm sure more people will be wearing stones. I do make some stretchy stone bracelets, real gen bracelets. So if you ever need any, let me know and I'll try to get them to you. So, and please, guys, check your subscription. If you're subscribed already, please check your subscription and make sure that you're still subscribed, because I am trying so hard to get to 2,500 subscribers so I can give away this beautiful quilt made by Eleanor. And Eleanor will not be joining us today. Her internet is down, so she is not able to participate. So, yeah, I love it too. I'm with you, Jane, with 2 N's. I'm with you because I love crystals too. I think they're beautiful. I have a lot. I have a celestialite heart that my husband got me before he got hurt, and it's beautiful. It's huge, and he said he bought it because it matched my eyes. My eyes are kind of like a gray blue. I don't know if you guys can see them, but anyway, they're kind of like a gray blue. And so he bought it because it was like my eye color, which I thought was sweet. And he has bought me so many stones. My first engagement ring, what he made was a sterling silver band with a big old onyx on it, and he wanted to protect me from the physical. So I love it. And I'm not a big diamond fan. That's just pressed coal. So I'm not a huge diamond fan, but I do like onyx. I do like aventurine. I do like crystal quartz. I do like selenite. I like a bunch of different stones. So, it's like, so, and Kevin knows that about me. He knows how much I love natural things, natural energy. And I really like, I have a lot of polished stones. Like I have a rudolite quartz ring on right now, and it kind of looks like a dragonfly that it actually grows. This is actually grown. It's gotten bigger inside here, and it's a rutilated. It's a gold rutilated, so there are gold like bars in there, and that's my tiger's eye. Now these are polished. Now I do have some unpolished stones, which I really like because they're not really altered. if that makes any sense. There's no heat, there's no polished. And so I like them too. I like raw stones as well as polished stones. So a lot of people do prefer raw stones because they're not altered. They're not, uh, they don't have anybody else's energy attached to them. Of course, when I buy like a ring, or if I get a ring, or if I get earrings, these are opal inlays, by the way. But if I get like a ring or whatever, I will always sage it or put it in the sunlight or moonlight just to cleanse it and charge it, or put it in my selenite bowl that I have so that it will be cleansed and not have whatever energy whoever was making it that could have been in a bad mood. Who knows? You know, so I always try to do that. And then you can also use your pendulum to increase and decrease positive and negative energies of whatever you're drinking or eating, or whatever you get, whatever clothes you're going to wear, whatever. You can do anything you want. I like Amazonite. I have a little piece of Amazonite, and it's in my living room in my bowl with some citrine and some other things in a little pretty ornate glass bowl. And it's a little chunk, and it's raw. And I just love Amazonite. Amazonite is a good stone. I agree. I love selenite too. I've got a huge clear piece of selenite that I have, and it's on my coffee table. Of course, to cleanse selenite, you have to bury it and and then dust it off. But it doesn't. Luckily, it doesn't need to be buried that often, because I hopefully don't have a lot of people coming in here with negativity. So yeah, I have a selenite lamp right here. That's in my tarot room. It's my selenite lamp. So I love selenite. It's one of my favorite stones. Citrine is my favorite stone of all stones, but it's a feel better stone. It's the money stone. It's a good stone. I love citrine, and it's yellow like sunflowers, because I love sunflowers too. Yes, yes, and I keep this lamp on when I'm doing readings, and I'm in here just like hanging out in my tarot room. And I'm going to move my tarot room around a little bit whenever I get a chance to just make it a little bit more cozy. And underneath this quilt, because I've got it hanging over my rack where I was working on my macrame curtain. So I would like to give that quote away to somebody deserving of Eleanor's talent and creativity, because it's a beautiful quilt, and it's warm, and it's soft, and it's handmade by a person with love and care and compassion, which I wanted to talk a little bit about compassion too. Citrine is your favorite stone, shooting star. That's cool. I love citrine. It's so bright and shiny. Well, sometimes it's brown, but still sparkles. Have some rainbowy stuff in there, which I like. So I hope everybody has their sun kissed and is ready to have a question or two or talk about some stuff. Yeah, yellow, orange. Orange, I guess, is my favorite color, but I really love yellow and orange. I live in Tennessee. It's an orange state, Yellow, go Vols. What can I say? But I do love orange. I like red too, though, but I love garnet is my favorite red stone, I guess, if you want to use a red stone. I'm not a big fan of rubies, not a big fan of emeralds. I know they do wonderful things. Like I do like ruby zozite for, grief, absorbing grief, and heartache, and rose quartz for that, but I don't like pink. I like cornelian. I do like cornelian. It's very good for speech. I have a lot of cornelian, and it's good for study. So I use my cornelian ring when I'm going to study my accounting. When I have a time to do that, I use my cornelian ring and I'll put it on, and it'll help me to absorb what I'm supposed to be absorbing. So that's cool. And I also have a little selenite selenite cornelian tree, and it's a tree. It's like made into a tree, and it has these little chips of cornelian on it, and then underneath it has a crystal quartz, like at the bottom to recharge the selenite. And I have that by my desk so I can study with that as well. So I like my cornelian tree. So I love garnet too. I just love it. It's my second daughter's birthstone, and my first daughter is opal. That's her birthstone. Mine, of course, is turquoise, which is not my favorite, but it's okay. I mean, I'll wear it every now and again. I have an azurite and turquoise ring that I used to wear when the Bills were playing so that they would win, but didn't help much last time. So anyway, is Eleanor on? Eleanor, oh wow. Oh, okay. Hi, Eleanor. Oh, I'm glad you're able to watch. I am so happy about that. Mine is opal or pink tourmaline. And blue tourmaline is the rarest of them all. And there's a watermelon tourmaline, and it really looks like a watermelon. I'm not kidding. It's beautiful. I mean, it's beautiful. I bet Opal, you're a October baby shooting star. Hopefully it'll get back on quick. October baby. My Harmony was an October baby. I like October babies. Good old Scorpios mostly. Are you a Scorpio or are you a Sag? Or what's before that? I forget. Are you when's your birthday? So November is, I gotta think. I can't think properly today. I don't know. There's a lot going on in the world. Yes, Scorpio. I love Scorpios. You guys can hold a grudge, though. Whew. Ah, wow. And your sting is worse than your bite. That's for sure. I have seen a Scorpio bring somebody down like that. Quick-witted as well. I love that. I love it. Absolutely love it. So get out there and protest. Hi, Sheila. Sheila's in the other room. She's been helping me out. So if my nighttime person doesn't come because of the supposedly 1/10 of an inch of frozen water on the road, she can't get here. So Sheila's spending the weekend. So we're going to have a slumber party. Yay. That should be fun. We should do a live on that. See what June and Sheila's up to today. And Kevin. We'll let him join. If we can. We'll probably crowd into his room, and especially if the power goes out. Probably crowd into his room, light some candles. Act like we're hot. Pretend like we're hot, bathing in the Caribbean sun. Yes, you do have a big heart and kind. You're very kind, very, very kind. Most Scorpios are. Good to me, I'm good to you. You bad to me, you better watch out. That's a Scorpio for you. I love them. I do. She said, yay, on the slumber party. No to the live. Well, okay. Oh. Anyways, so has anybody got any questions, or you guys just want to hear me ramble on? Because I can ramble, It's not like I go anywhere. Yeah, except to the grocery store, which I lost my husband's ID or driver's license. Not that he can drive, but now I have to go through these hoops to get them back or get an ID of some sort because he can't go and get a picture taken. So I have to prove he's a quadriplegic. I have to, the hoops you have to jump through when you're a wife of a quadriplegic. But it's okay. I'm up for the challenge. Let's go. Bring it. I can deal. So does anybody have any questions? Why did 7 Democrats vote to fund ICE? I cannot believe 7 Democrats voted to fund ICE. Is that true? For real? Where'd you hear that? I did not know that at all. So why did 7 Democrats vote to fund ICE? They must have fallen and bumped their head or got slapped in the head with their fortune-telling hand and left a bruise or a concussion or something. That happened to me. But I didn't vote for ICE. Ice water, maybe, or ice in my Sunkiss, but other than that, why did they vote to fund ICE? 7 Democrats. Let's see if we get 7 cards. Whoa. We got 8 cards. Let's see. Hi, Nicody. Hi. I hope you're doing well. I hope everything is good in your neck of the woods. Right now I'm reading on why did they vote for ICE, to fund ICE, 7 Democrats, dumbasses. Well, yeah. Or a dumbass. They're hanging upside down with their head in the water. They have to realize their constituents do not want ICE or Border Patrol or anything like that roaming our streets. They have to realize that. But these people are being stupid. Stupid. I also have, and this is a major arcana. This is called naive, not paying attention, not doing your research on the what is happening in the world right now, in which we all live, not just the United States, but everywhere, but mostly in our neck of the woods. We're like, what is going on? I mean, in Tennessee, I haven't seen Ice Agent 1, but in a blue state, they're all over the place. So these people are being stupid. They're just not doing their research. And that's a major arcana. And I guarantee you those 7 Democrats are probably going to be replaced. I guarantee it. They're going to be left out in the cold. They are going to be replaced by their constituents because their people do not want law enforcement to be able to run rapid and do whatever they want to do. Law enforcement officers are normally held accountable. ICE is not held accountable. And this is ridiculous in the United States. A clear violation of a bunch of amendments, not just the first, second, third, fourth, not just those, all. And it's unacceptable in our day and time. We have grown from slavery. We have grown from repression. We have grown from prohibition. We have grown from all these things. And he's talking about make America great again. America has never been great. We have had to fight for every inch that we have gotten. Every inch. We had to fight a king 250 years ago to not be under their rule. And now we're having to fight again? What is it, a cycle? 250 years ago all the time? Jezebel vibes. No, she is running for office in a red district in Tennessee. I wonder which district. I'll vote for her. I'll remember the name. Uh, I know that somebody is voting or is running here. I was trying, but I don't think I got the time. Schumer and Jeffries are a joke. Yeah, I agree with that. If they called this an insurrection, then what was January 6th? Was that a peaceful protest? Didn't look like it to me, with the noose, hang Mike Pence beating and defecating on people's desk. I mean, that is ridiculous and destroying our property, the Capitol building, which is all of our property. It's not Donald Trump's. It's not anybody's. It's ours. It's us, we, the people. Ugh, makes me so mad. I could spit nails. They back to this question of about why they voted. They think they're using logic to like fight fire with fire, or maybe infiltrate the ICE Gestapo, if you will, or the ICE patrol, infiltrate it. Maybe they think that that's what they're doing. I I mean, I think they're naive and stupid and happy about it, you know? They're happy about it. They feel comfortable with that decision, which is it's crazy to me, but that's what the card's saying, that they feel comfortable with that position that they took. Stupid Democrats. Oh, however, Major Kana, their constituents are I'm sorry, my nose is running a little bit. Their constituents are not happy with it, guys. They are not happy. They are being, what are you doing? You are going to make the whole house of cards fall. It's burning to the ground as we speak. We do not want a dictator. We do not want to be ruled. We have the Constitution for a reason. Please read it. And I would say to each and every single one that voted to fund ICE, they need to read the Constitution. They need to watch what's happening in the streets, do their research, watch a man be pushed by ICE and then shot 10 times. I counted 11, but they said 10. So I'm telling you, for one guy, 10 bullets at close range. Really? I don't care that he may or may not have brought a weapon to a protest, but he didn't have it in his hands. You could see his hands clearly. He did not have it in his hands. So those 7 Democrats need to watch and see what's going on. And how would they like it if that were their husband or their dad or their brother or their son? How would they like that? They wouldn't. Only because he was standing up for other people's rights. Yep. Again, their strategy is not working. It's not going to work. They are going to be voted out of office. Queen of Swords. And they are not telling the truth. Somebody is not telling the truth here. So the ones that are voting to fund ICE will no longer be in office because we, the people, will vote them out. And they're going to regret that decision. Or maybe they don't care. They're ready to retire. They don't care about anybody but themselves. And if it happens to them, then it's time to do it. Eh, And they feel like, oh, we'll carry the heavy burden for you, America. You won't have to do anything, even vote. You won't have to do anything. We can stay in power. We can do this. We can do that. It's corrupt politicians, is what it is, trying to make us believe something that is not true. I do want to say this in the words of Tennessee Brando. I had a thought about something he said, about America and how, the Republicans refuse to get vaccinations. They refuse to wear a mask. They refuse to do all this stuff during COVID. And now they're out there wearing masks, shooting people, uh, pushing, trying to cause insurrection. They're insurrecting. They're insurrecting on peaceful protesting. They're the ones insurrecting. Yes, Tennessee is the open carry state. So is Minnesota. Yeah. It's a right to carry state. As long as you're not pointing at anybody, you good. You can keep it in your pocket. You can keep it holstered. So this is I guess the 8th person that ISIS killed now, or is it more than that? Or is that just what we know of? We don't know all the people that they have hurt in these detention centers, as I call it. It's a cell. It's not a detention center. They will not allow Democratic people, governors, Senate, or Congress to visit these detention centers. They have blocked them. They will not let them in. And that's unconstitutional as well. We have checks and balances for a reason, for this very reason. We are not Nazi Germany. We are not that. We are not Nazis. We don't put people in concentration camps, especially 5-year-old children. It makes me so mad. My head could probably pop off of my body and you guys see blood spurting everywhere. But yeah, and I mean, just if you can't even talk. They won't let you. They'll push you like they did that guy today. There was a video showing an ICE officer just pushing him. Like, you can put your hands on me, but I can't touch you? Really? You push me, I'm going to push you back. You're going to shoot me, I'm going to be dead. You guys will hear about it on Midas Touch. June shot 10 times in the head. Because no. You push me, I'm pushing you back. I mean, I'm not going to be, I'm going to protest when I can protest, and poor Kevin's going to need me and I'll be dead. But anyway, and then I also was watching a protest where people were, or listening to the news, I think it was, and they were following ICE agents. So ICE agents would take a picture of their license tag or pull them over and ask them what they were doing. And we're just driving. And then the next thing you know, they followed ICE agents into their own neighborhood. So ICE agents, it's illegal for them to do that, just like it's legal for us to take pictures of their license plates. It's legal for us to video them. It's legal for them to video us. However, what are they doing with that information? Looking you up, targeting your house, going to threaten you, terrorize you. What are they doing with that information is what I'd like to know. Well, I'm not trying to manifest anything. I'm just saying, if you push me, I'm pushing back. That's all. If I'm peacefully protesting and you just come up and push me, you're gonna get pushed back. I believe in, you don't hit me, don't touch me. I'm not touching you. Don't touch me. So, but I don't, I don't get to go out there and protest anyway much. And if I do, I'm in my car. But I guess I can still get shot in my car. But because I can't leave Kevin by himself, so I have gone out to a few protests. And I have written on my car, and I have honked my horn and supported people, and I've actually walked and recorded some here in well, it was in Kingsport, it wasn't in Bluntville. Nobody goes out in Bluntville. Um, it's a very rural community here. It's not even a township, actually. So it's like, anyway, I'm not going to manifest that. Don't worry. I'll be around for a while. Can't get rid of me that easy. YouTube might want to, because they sure are not monetizing my channel. So they might do that, but I don't know. But anyway, if you guys have a question, please text it. If you want a private reading, I do those too at June Wagner 633 at yahoo.com. So that's my email. So if you ever like a reading or a consultation or just to vent or talk to somebody about what's going on in your life, I'm a good listener and I have good advice. I am a life coach. I'm a certified life coach. I'm not a certified therapist. I should have went that route instead of the accounting route. Probably would have been easier for me, but I didn't. I'm up for the challenge. So yeah, unfortunately, I agree with you, Cody. I agree. We knew it was coming. We just, I don't think we prepared as much as we should have. Because if we did, maybe we could have cut it off at the path. It's like, when I read tarot, I tell people it's not a fortune telling tool. It's more of a guide. So if you continue with what you're doing, this is most likely going to happen. If you want to change it, then change up what you're doing. You know, it's like you can't do the same thing and expect a different outcome, right? So that's what I I always say when people, oh, you're a fortune teller. No, I'm just a guide, really. That's all. Well, it's really not that bad here. I mean, it's cold, but the power's still working, the internet's still working, so it's not really bad here yet. We'll see what happens when we get that tenth of a inch of frozen water on our road, ice on our road. Anyway, we just laughed at that. We thought that was the funniest thing. How are you supposed to report the weather if you can't use the word ice? I mean, what? Oh, Kevin and I saw on the news the other day that they didn't want people to use the word ice because people might confuse it with the ice Gestapo instead of actual ice. And Tennessee was like, you're going to get a tenth of an inch of ice on the roads or trees, which could cause power outages, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, we're not supposed to use the word ice. They're supposed to use frozen water or frozen raindrops, I guess. Oh boy. I think it was 5, but bad on all of them. 5 what, shots or well, I hope I hope some Republicans defund him. 12 inches. Why they didn't just say a foot, I don't know. Yeah, I don't either. I don't get it. It's like when your kid is 2 years old and they say, "Oh, they're 24 months old or 36 months old," or whatever, it's like, can't you just say 2? You know? 12 and 12, 24 is 2, you know? Why can't you just say 2 years old? It kills me. Just kills me. So anyways, anybody have any questions, about anything? Price of rice in China? I don't know. I don't eat rice because I'm on a protein diet. I eat a little bit of rice. When Holly comes over and makes a rice bowl, and I'll eat it. Yeah, I'll bet. Syracuse, you guys, oh man. That's the only reason I don't live in Buffalo is because it's too cold for me. It's the only reason I don't live in Buffalo. I love Buffalo. It's my favorite city. From all the cities I've ever been, it's my favorite. And my hometown is Detroit, but my favorite city is Buffalo. So I hate it when my hometown plays my favorite town. But anyway, it happens. But I still hope Buffalo wins. And I'm disgusted with the Palookas for firing McDermott. I think they fired the wrong guy. But, hey, my opinion. I'm entitled. We love McDermott, just like Marv Levy, you know? Sad. Yeah, my friend from Buffalo, when, they had a bad snowstorm, she was videoing that, and it was crazy the amount of snow they got, and I've been up there, when it snowed, and I got to stay a few more days because it iced me in, and they live right by the airport in Buffalo, and I couldn't leave, so I got to stay a few more days. We had fun. We built a snowman. You got a letter for jury duty? Oh my goodness. Wow. You know, this is a weird I guess I'm weird. I don't know, or just different. I wanna be on jury duty. I would think that is an honor because and the reason I say that is because I have a very good moral compass. And I have a good intuition as well as you do, Nicody. And depending on the case, I guess, but a lot of times and I've never got called for jury duty. Never in my 66 years of living have I ever got called for jury duty. And I think I would like it. Might. Or even, depending on what the case is, you could say something that would be unqualify you for being on jury duty when they go to pick the jurors, depending on what the case is, I guess. You could say something to disqualify you from being on the jury, like, "Oh, I know the defendant," or "I know uh, the, uh, victim," or whatever. You could say something like that, and that would automatically disqualify you. Or, "I know all about the case. I've been reading it on the news. I've been watching it all day." Yeah, yeah, you could try being super annoying, ask a bunch of questions. Why are you asking me that? Well, can I ask you that? What? Am I in trial? Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I think I would like to be on jury duty. I I think I could look at just the facts and, you know, not be biased, I think. Depends on what it was, I guess, or who it was, or not who it was, but what they did. And I think I would look at the facts. I really do. I think I would like it. That's probably why they wouldn't pick me. Ooh, ooh, pick me, pick me. And they'd be like, no, no, she's too excited to be on jury duty. So maybe say that. No, yeah, no. Yeah, that sucks. Ah, I'm sorry, Dakota. I'm sorry. I but maybe you should say, "Oh, pick me," and they'll leave you alone. Be like me. I want to be on the jury. I want to be on the jury, and they'd be like, "That girl's crazy." Nope, and they not let me do it. So I would have to say, "Oh, I don't want to be on the jury," and then they would pick me. Yeah, I know what you mean by paying for parking. That's ridiculous. I say if you can find a place to park, you can park. You know, please. And then, I don't understand, um, our just our system anymore. It's some people get a jury, some people don't, some people make deals, some people say they're guilty when they're really innocent because they're under so much pressure and so much stress that they think it would be easier to take a deal than to go to trial. So, I mean, the trial may not even happen. Okay, I will. This one was coming up. Don't cry over spilled milk, but I don't know that that was for her. That was probably for me because I want to be on jury duty. At least I get paid. Let's see. How can she get out of jury duty? There's that card again. Act like she wants to be on it. But let's see what it really says when I shuffle and think about it. Why does she get off jury duty? I mean, you could state that your age is over, that you have a hard time getting to and from, blah, blah, blah. Can't drive in the snow or ice. I mean, frozen water. Oh, okay. Major Arcana. And I don't know if this is for her or not. I think these first three are, and this is for something else. Let's see. Be your mystical self. I am an intuit. I uh I do tarot readings. You won't get on the jury. This is about paper. I know that they vet people to be on juries. So act like you can't spell, can't draw, can't write. You're Donald Trump, you have no cognitive uh, reasoning, and you're not trapped into this. I think they're gonna let you. They're gonna release you. I really do. And maybe I would write a letter into them and state that, I am unable to get to the courthouse to be on any jury. And if they don't accept that, then go and be crazy, and they will not allow you to be on the jury. And be fantastical. Like Gina said, be annoying, but be fantastical. Act like you live in a fantasy world like Donald Trump does. Everybody's innocent. Nobody does anything wrong. Everybody's innocent. Everyone. So I think that's what those cards are. I don't know who these cards are for, but somebody out there. And I do want to say that I don't believe in fault either. I don't believe in the word fault. It's your fault. We all do things that are uh, not correct. Now, some people call them mistakes. I call them learning experiences. And nobody's really at fault. It's their belief system or their uh, opinion, and everybody has one. So nobody's really at fault unless you really, just set out to kill someone for no reason, like pushing the guy in the street and shooting him 10 times. You and 5 other thugs shooting him 10 times. That's your fault. He was doing nothing but peacefully protesting. That's your fault. But it's your upbringing. She said, I'm not good at acting. Well, there you go. There you go. You have sleep issues and you can't get there. You have a hard time concentrating. You're not lying, telling the truth. I don't know who this is for, but it's out there for somebody. And maybe it's for the ICE regime. They are trying to pull their horses together. They are trying to get, this is a major arcana, it is the Chariot. They are trying to get their ducks in a row so that they can continue this terror of not only Minnesota, New York will be next, or California, or any other red state or swing state, Michigan, everywhere, that they're going to try to control. And Minnesota, the police department of Minnesota needs to step up and get their ducks in a row. And it's a tower moment. It's gonna crash and burn. And I hate to say this, 'cause I wish no one dead. I wish he'd just go away, not mad, just go away. However, I believe that this is coming to a complete and total burn for the Trump regime. I really do. And for your jury. And I think when that happens, people will feel more at ease. People will feel more comfortable. They will feel more at peace, finally, after not even a year. Well, I guess a year of his presidency feels like forever. But, I don't know that the American people can stand it for 3 more years. So, I mean, I feel like when it burns, we'll be dancing in the street for real. It'll be a day of celebration. Maybe we'll put that on the calendar as a liberation day, if you will, standing up for our American Constitution. And the Trump regime will lose. They're going down. ICE will no longer be. So Proud Boys, get your money while you can. Be saving some because you're going down. You're going to lose. because this shooting people for no reason has got to stop. So, I mean, if they ask my opinion, it would be, y'all make the call. I'm agreeable and just want to go home. Maybe. Let's see what the cards say about that. Does she just say, I'm agreeable, I just want to go home? Will you be sequestered? Do you have to be sequestered for this jury duty, or is it a day in, day out? You can still go home, or will you have to be sequestered? That's another question, I guess. But I mean, it really depends on what the case is, and I would just be like, I know a lot about it, or I'm agreeable, or I'm not physically capable of being here. You're lucky I'm here right now to answer your questions. Well, you got the Star card reversed. So you're focused. You got a lot of focus, but you don't get a lot of sleep. So, okay, so you won't have to be sequestered. So they're going to say, well, you can go home every day and then try to find a parking spot every day, which you cannot do. I would say I'm not physically able to perform the duties correctly as you would want me to perform them. I'm just not cognitive enough because of my sleep disorder. And if I have to get a doctor's note, I get a doctor's note. But that's what I would say. That's what I would do. Yeah, felony Charles, probably money. But, I mean, I am so disappointed in the judicial system right now. I am disappointed in our Congress, our Senate. I'm disappointed in our Democrats, our Libertarians, our Independents, not to mention the Republicans. I'm disappointed in these people who are supposed to protect us. We voted for them, some of them. The majority, unless he actually stole it, which I think he did, but my opinion. Anyway, I'm really disappointed in America. We have been letting people down. That's why my hat goes off to every single person who goes out there and protests and risks their life, their livelihood, to stand up to this regime. It's uncool. It's unmoral. And Donald Trump doesn't care about anybody. If he's got to die, he's going to take the whole world with him. Then we can all gang up on him in heaven and push him to hell, wherever we go. Or maybe it's a life lesson for him that he has to come back and repeat so he can get some moral conscience for his soul, because his soul is bad. It's ugly. It's disgusting. I am lucky you are here. Aw, thank you. I'm lucky you're here. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate all the people who come into my community or our community. I like to say our because it's not just mine. Without you guys, I would just be talking to a camera, So I'm thankful for each and every subscriber that I have, and I'm thankful to get more subscribers, hopefully. in the very near future so I can give away this beautiful quilt. And, maybe if I reach it and I can give away some crystal bracelets, I can give away lots of things that I have because I did close my eclectic spiritual path business down because I'm not making any money on it. So I'm just paying for to have a business license, I guess. So I close it down. It's done. So I don't know what's next for me. Oh, what's that? Well, I can't read my own card, so yeah, me. I feel you. I feel you. I don't want him to reincarnate when I'm here either. I'm like, ah, woo, Lord have mercy. I want him to be reincarnated and learn his lessons in a different time than I'm learning mine. Wow, his soul is very black. It's it's ugly. It always has been, though, even before he became president. I mean, he had no morals. He cheated on everyone, and he had to get wives from different countries, except for Marla Maples, who didn't stay married to him for very long because he's a pedophile. My opinion. I'm sticking to it. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. And I guarantee you, if I were one of the victims of the Epstein, Trump, anything, I would fight. I would haunt him. If I were dead, if I were Virginia, I would be haunting the fire out of them people. I would be haunting Congress. I would be haunting the president. They would see me everywhere they went. They would see my face. I'd haunt them. Use your conscience, buddy. Oh, you don't have one. Here, let me give you one. You remember this? So it looks like it's just me and you right now, Nicody. I hope I'm saying your name right, finally. I know Eleanor's watching her from her car. Hopefully she's not freezing to death. And I think Gina said she'd be right back, but I don't know if she came back or not. But we did a little recording on Political Wednesday, Gina, Eleanor, and myself. It was a lot of fun. It's a long watch, but it was a lot of fun to do. And if you haven't seen it, hopefully you guys can see it. The last Political Wednesday I did, it was really fun. Mitch McConnell haunts. He's still living. I get you. 313 Motown. I get you. He's a walking zombie, isn't he? Like the Rolling Stones. I think he's preserved. Oh, change. Ain't no change. And Mitch McConnell, he is still the same. Mitch McConnell's an idiot. Apparently agreed. You're going to pull Oracle card for who? Nicody, me, Gina. And yeah, he's barely hanging in there by a thread. Him and Donald Trump both. I think they're seeing the same doctor that's giving them that juice that keeps them alive and walking straight up, but not really. A Nature Oracle for June. Nature Oracle card, June. What does that mean, Gina? Because I don't read oracles. You are so right. I do need to take care of myself. Oh, you have plenty to say, Sheila. You can weigh in. You're a very smart girl, although you are a Capricorn, so you tend to observe and pull things in. But you're right, I do need to, take care of myself a little bit more than I do. I don't get the sleep that I need, and hopefully you guys don't see that on my face. If you'd have saw me when I woke up this morning, you would have been like, "Oh my god, is that the same person?" I even curled my hair today a little bit. Had a little bit of energy. Well, I hope there's some lurkers, at least they're watching. You know, maybe not participating, but watching, and that's okay. They can watch. I like to talk to my community, so if you are out there watching and just wanna say hi, say, "Hey. Hey." Federal cemetery cats? Aw. Oh, no. Oh, no. There's a little kitty outside. I think it's probably from the same litter that they left in the box, but it escaped. So we saw it today, Sheila and I, and we were trying to get it to come to us, but it wouldn't. It meowed at us a couple times. Said, "Hey, I gotta go. Bye." Zink. Took off. Yeah. It, it took almost 2 months to get the girl that used to work for me hired back. And I'm telling you, a life a day in a life and a wife of a quadriplegic. Say that 10 times fast. Anyway, it's rough. People don't realize what other people go through. And, I don't either. I'm not perfect either. And I don't realize what some people are going through until I live in their shoes. Until you walk in somebody else's shoes, you don't know what they're going through. You don't know what they're thinking. You think you know. You think that, oh, if I were in this position, I think I would do this. But would you? I think to myself, if I were in Kevin's position, I don't know what I'd do. I'd be begging him to OD me. I'd be begging him to let me just go away somewhere and just go away and curl up and die. I cannot imagine being trapped in my own body. I can't. I just can't phantom that. But for him, he's so positive. He's so supportive of me. He is so watching. His brain is still there. He is so smart. When I think about Kevin, it's I'm just gonna take a second. That man is amazing. He's one of the most amazing people I've ever met in my entire 66 years of living. Oh dear. Here comes waterfalls. No sleep. That's what I'm gonna blame it on. Thank you, Motown and Gina. I think about myself and, what I'm giving up, but what about what he's giving up? He can't even brush his own teeth. He can't get up and get a drink of water if he wants one. He has to ask somebody to do it for him. You know what? I'm glad he has me, and I'm glad I have him. I really am. Okay. let's change the subject. Let's get back to politics. This is true, Sheila. This is true. I know that he wouldn't, but I would want him to. I would want him to live his life without me. I'd tell him I'd be there in spirit. But that's me, you know. But anyway, it's a sore spot with me, guys. It's an emotional spot with me. I'm sorry being a big old crybaby on TV. I feel like Trump, only I'm not throwing a tantrum. I'm doing morally what is correct. I hope you're correct. I hope that, and I believe that he will. I believe that he will one day be able to walk and brush his own teeth and even get up out of the bed. He has been in the bed for 3 months now, almost it, and hasn't even been able to get up in his power chair to drive with his mouth. And I hope he doesn't forget how. Um, but we're working on that. His pressure ulcer is finally healed, and we're working on sitting him up in the bed so his blood pressure doesn't drop out. And people don't realize that when somebody's laying down for so long, that when they sit up, it's like if you've been sitting and you stand up and you get dizzy, and you pass out. That's what he is going to be going through for the next little bit. So we're trying just inches up in the bed to where we can get him up in the chair. And Sheila and I plan on washing his hair tonight. That should be fun. Uh, he likes his hair washed because he gets greasy. He's like, "How's my hair?" He always says that. "How's my hair?" We do have a Hoyer, yes, and I got an electric Hoyer from my friend. Her husband was a quadriplegic, and I knew them before I even knew Kevin. I think that was foreshadowing for my life, but did I pick it up? No, I did not. But anyway, um, he passed, and we got his van, and we love Bill. And Kevin used to make these wands, and Bill had got one, and Judy gave that wand back to me because that's the only one that we have left that Kevin made. And anyway, I have a picture of Kevin and Bill, talking to each other in their wheelchairs. It was just like, I call it dueling wheelchairs. But Bill was a very awesome guy. You never noticed the chair. And if you were to meet Kevin in his chair, you probably wouldn't notice the chair either. You might at first because it's kind of big and he has to drive it with a straw. But Kevin is very smart. He's a very intelligent man. And I'm lucky to have such an intelligent individual in my life, because I'm not on his level by no means. He can answer almost every Jeopardy question that comes on. He should have been on Jeopardy. And now I don't know how he'd ring the buzzer. So, yeah, I do have a Hoyer. And we do use it to hoist him up to get him. Well, our shower is a walk-in shower, but it has a lip. So we just have to push him kind of as close as we can and wash his hair because we don't have a shower chair. We don't have the necessary things to get him in the shower. The shower is very small because this is a modular home, supposedly. I think it's just a double wide. And the shower itself is very small. You can't get a wheelchair in there without 2 wheels out, 2 wheels in, and it rocks. And he can't. There's no seatbelt chair. Uh, so anyway, can't get it in there. So we're supposed to be getting that redone. Hopefully that will happen. Um, and as I say, I am trying to make this YouTube channel work to monetize, to help my husband and help us to get the things that he needs and can make him better. Even like the mechanical suit or the um, the arm thing that it takes if you have shoulder strength, it can help you move your arm up and move your three fingers. And I want to get that as soon as I build up his shoulder strength back again. But, everything takes time, it seems. So does anybody else have any question? Thank you for thinking I'm strong. I feel like I'm a big old baby. Gina, I appreciate you thinking I'm very strong. Aw, thank you, Sheila. I appreciate that. You guys are so nice. I feel like it. I feel bad for all the people that are suffering, all of them, even the ones I don't know. The man who got killed, his family. Y'all, the world has got to change. We've got to do something to help the people, to help these people as well as ourselves. Because any one of us, if we're out protesting, can be in this same situation. I'm sorry, I'm trying to change the subject so I don't be all baby pie, but I've done tens. I have a tens unit and I've done tens on him. He says it doesn't help. I've also put kyanite on his spine where he broke his neck. And that hasn't helped either. Helped a little, but not much. And we also have these gloves, but since he's been, he had the ulcer, we haven't been able to do the exercises that we would like to do. Now we can. So we've slowly started introducing the exercises back to Kevin, and hopefully we can get him back to where he was. And then we'll go from there. Hopefully. The psychology of MAGA is that they feel that they go up by putting someone else up. I think they put people down. They put people under their feet and walk on them is what they do. Um, and if that's making America great, I don't want to be great. I just assume be where I'm at. I don't want to walk on nobody. I don't want to use them for a leg up. I don't want to use them for anything other than to be a friend and to be a sounding board if they want to talk. MAGA. Ah. Yeah, he doesn't they explained it like think of being in a tunnel and there's two cars that crash and then two more cars that crash into that crash and then two more cars that crash into that crash and then next thing you know the tunnel is full. It's going to take you a while to get those cars out of there piece by piece or second by second. It's going to take a minute. And That's the way they explained it to me, and it's gonna take a while for him to heal. It's gonna take a while for him to start feeling things. Now he's starting to feel pain, and I hate to say that that's a good thing because I don't want him to be in pain, but it is a good thing because he's starting to feel. He's starting to get those nerve connections to come back. So he is starting to feel pain. I hate it, but it's a good thing. No, I didn't know that. I don't it doesn't surprise me, but I didn't know that. Did they read the book of Thelma? I almost didn't buy my tarot deck that was called Thelma because of the book of Thelma, which is Aleister Crowley based, but the cards are really pretty. Everybody's internet is being a little annoying right now. Mine is slow. On my phone, it says no internet connection, no internet connection. Ooh, the lights just flickered here. So, yeah, people are probably driving out in the crazy ice. Oops, I mean frozen water on the road. Um, so it probably knocked over a pole or something. Uh, oh shoot, kicked you off for a second. Well, did it burn it? Did it burn the internet? I think everybody. I think. I might be a good question to ask the cards. You know what's next? You know, is it the grid they're going to knock out to where we have no communication like they're doing in Iran? I shouldn't give them any ideals, but because Iran has 40% internet connection to their people, and the rest of the 60% doesn't have any internet connection. So they're cut off from the world or news or anything that they get through the internet, which I think technology is an awesome thing, don't get me wrong. But when we depend on it too much, I'm about ready to start doing Pony Express or, the typing thing, SOS or, telegrams. Because I don't want to be unconnected with my community. And you guys are my community. So I don't want to be unconnected with you guys. So hopefully they don't mess with the internet. Let's see. It's probably, I don't need to bring that into manifestation either. You have a Crowley deck that you never opened up. Is it the Thoth deck, perchance? Because the Thoth deck, I went to get some tarot cards for a class I was teaching, and I went to reach for the Thoth deck, and it actually moved away from, it literally, if I wasn't there to see it with my own eyes, I wouldn't believe it. It moved away from me. Like, whoop. I don't want, no. My phone hasn't been working right either. But is our internet going to go down by the government? Is what I'm asking this. This says that, a lot of people are on the internet, a lot of people are home, so it's getting bogged down by usage, so I guess it's just being slower or on and off because of the usage and the storm and people being at home and not going anywhere and trying to watch TV through the internet because our TV is connected to the internet. So, I think it's getting bogged down. It's carrying too much. Doesn't have anything to do with the government. Thank goodness. because there's opportunities for us to make it better and stronger and for us to still communicate. And that is absolutely fantastic that the government is not capable of shutting us down internet wise. Well, we can overload it, but they can't. And Four of Wands, celebrate that we still have our internet, even though it's shoddy or even though it goes in and out. Be thankful because, like Eleanor, she said, I had to get my car. So be thankful that we still have that. We still can communicate. We can still be a community. We can still talk to one another in one form or another, whether it be texting or email or something. We can still talk to one another. And I think that's awesome. So that was a good read. I like that one. I like that. I mean, shoot, if he shut the internet down, he wouldn't be able to tweet. So he can't do that. Or X, I'm sorry. He wouldn't be able to type on X. Maybe 8. I don't know of a Crowley deck that's 8. I know he had the Throff, which is a super big deck. And he has Arcanum is another one of, not his, but people that was in his orbit, I guess. And he's the one that wrote the Book of Thelma. And I do have a deck called Thelma. And this is Arcanum right here. But let's see. Thelma is my pendulum. I'm hitting them. This is the book not the Book of Thelma, because I don't have the Book of Thelma. I'd burn it if I did, but this is the tarot deck of Thelma. And that was Aleister Crowley's Bible that he wrote. These are beautiful cards, and I do love them, so I've saged the heck out of them. But it's not Aleister Crowley that wrote these, because these are brought in much later than his lifetime. Same with the Arcanum. But they are beautiful decks, and they're a lot similar, and they have a lot less nudity in them than like the Rider-Waite and some of the others. So what time is it getting to be? 4:35, guys. So are we about ready to wrap this up, or anybody got any questions? Anybody have anything they want to say or do, or oh, wow, bottom of your closet for 7 years, maybe 8. Ooh, it's been there a while. Selma, what the? Thank you, Gina. I can use all the money I can get, that's for sure. So Selma, for February. What's going on for Selma for February? I do want to say this. I do a Zodiac Sunday, which is tomorrow. Now, there will be some playoff games. I'll probably be watching and praying that New England loses. But anyway, I will be doing a Zodiac Sunday, and that will tell you what's coming up for your week to give you kind of a heads up for your Zodiac sign. But for Selma, for February, let's see what's coming up for you. I hope I'm saying your name right, because I don't always. The month of February. The month of February is kind of a short month. Okay. Right off the bat, you got the decision card. You can make it blindly. Use your intuition, is what I always say. You have a big decision coming up in the month of February. Now, things can change, so you may or may not realize that this decision that you have to make is a big one. And I think that you're going to make the right choice, whether it's blindly or uh, instinctively. You're going to make the right choice. I think leading up to this, you've had a big burden to carry, and you're tired of carrying this burden all by yourself, or even with people who aren't carrying their fair share. So, you've had a big burden. So it's time for you to decide whether or not you want to continue to carry other people's baggage. And that's up to you. Some people can carry their own baggage and some people can't. Like my husband, he can't carry his own baggage. I could carry it, but he can't. So therefore, the decision is yours. I don't see you celebrating in the month of February. I don't see you out there partying it up, living it up, and having a good celebration. I think you don't want to be where you're at. And I think that you can take steps to make your life better. Like get Life's Little Handbook 101 and just do some things in there, like wave at the crossing guard or leave a quarter where a child can find it, or a dollar where child inflation, leave a dollar where a child can find it. And, do things that are free. Smile at your neighbor, wave, open the door for someone, let somebody go in front of you in the grocery line. Do things that make your heart happy so you can celebrate your life and live it the way you want to live it and not be dictated by somebody else because you're carrying too much of a load. Eight of Pentacles. Get back to what you love. You're not doing what you love. So for February, I want you to concentrate on the things that you love to do, not what you don't like to do. Nobody likes to do the dishes. Nobody likes to mop the floor. If that's all you're doing, you're not enjoying yourself at all. So do some things that you love to do. Selma, for the month of February, I want you to turn this card this way and do some things that you like to do. Whether it's a craft or whether it's going for a walk, picking up sticks, I don't care what it is. Do something that you want to do for yourself. I have to do that too sometimes. I go outside and I call it stick therapy. I pick up sticks and throw them in a pile, and then I put them in a burn barrel and burn them. So I like fire though. I'm a Sag, fire sign. So but do some things you love and do things that you want to do, and not necessarily what everybody else wants you to do for the month of February. It's only 28 days. You can do that. Take the challenge. Take it. Do it. Wow. Yeah. And Trump says the job market is fine. Who's he kidding? Not you, not me. I get it. I understand. What is it that you like to do? Maybe start a YouTube channel. Start a YouTube channel on how to find a job in these crazy times, or put yourself out there. You got to get out there. You got to look. You got to try. In every which way you can. It's like me. I can't leave the house, so therefore I have to find a job at home. And I always used to say, if you can't find a job, create one. Create something that people need. And if you have to go back to school to do it, do it. But create something. If you can't find one, create one. Well, I'm glad you're applying. I'm glad you're searching. And a little bit of thing that always worked for me on an application or a resume, I would always put at the bottom of it that I would be an asset to your company as well as your company would be an asset to my personal growth. And I've never got the job, never not gotten the job without putting that on there. And I just told a secret. But anyway, uh, put it on there because you would be. You would be an asset to their company. And they may be an asset to your personal growth. So I would do something I love because that way it doesn't feel like you're working. And I'm sorry that you've been without, and you've been carrying a heavy load being without or trying to depend on somebody to help you. Trust me, I get it. I've been without a job for a while too. I understand. But create something. If you can't find something, create it. Here, let me clean your house, or let me uh, hem your pants, or sew a button on your pants, or whatever. Do something that you can do that people need, you know? So, anybody else? Anybody else got anything for me? I hope I help some. I do. I understand the struggles. Sometimes it's very hard to find a job. They say, "Oh, you're overqualified. You're underqualified. She won't stay, so we're not hiring her," or whatever it is they're thinking. I've been there. I have the suit, the shoes, the handbag, suitcase to match. So I get it. I've been there. Still in there. Good. You go, girl. Knock 'em dead. Show them your talent. Show them your sparkling soul. Show them some pixie dust. So, anyways, anybody else got anything before I close this off? We're going on almost 2 hours, so I gotta get going and take care of the hubby. I want to give him some exercise today, and I want to give him a hair washing since I have Sheila, because she helps me do that. She's awesome like that. Everybody needs a Sheila and a Kevin, a good Kevin. Harmony had a Kevin, but he wasn't such a good Kevin. Um, when I win the lottery big time, if I play it, I get you. I get you. It's hard working in an office, isn't it? Politics, office politics, or cooler talk. It's hard. It's hard working with other people sometimes. It's hard working with the public sometimes. Of course, I like the public because I'm a social person, so being at home a lot is hard for me. But I'm doing it, and if I can do it, you can do it. Ah, thank you. Hugs to my community. And y'all, please stay safe, stay warm, stay connected in somehow, some form, some fashion, and stand up for your rights. Stand up for the rights of others, especially children. They're caught in this crazy, chaotic world. They didn't ask to be here. Well, I guess they did ask to be here, but they're learning. Let's protect the children first and foremost, and then protect our neighbors, protect our communities, stand up for one another. And as always, Uh, I get too much peace here. It's quiet most of the time. Uh, you know, I get a lot of spam calls. I guess I could start answering them and just talking to them. Hey, how you doing? Doing all right? Oh, that's good. I don't want to hear about that, but I want to know if you're doing okay. Just start talking to them randomly. I'd probably get them to quit calling me. Um, anyway, with all that being said, you guys stay tuned tomorrow for our Zodiac Sunday. And till next time, till Sunday, stay mystical and go Bills. But they're not playing anymore, so go Bills next year. Oh, I keep thinking my thing is a touchscreen, but it isn't. Go for a walk, Nicody. Go for a walk. Get away from your house. Go for a walk. Pick up some sticks. Throw them around. And stay mystical. Bye.